Clagett Regatta is probably one of the best venues of any of the regattas anywhere I've ever been to around the world.
To provide any athlete the ability just to be an athlete, have all the resources taken care of, so all they have to do is concentrate on their sailing. That's one of the really big strengths of this regatta.
I started with the Clagett Regatta when I started sailing with disabled sailing, which is 10 or 12 years ago. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good regatta. I've learned a lot here. The regatta has certainly grown. There's much greater participation. The talent level is certainly higher.
The organization, how they treat us, all the athletes, and every year I can complain, and it's been, since the first time I came, it's been really, really nice.
For me, as what the VA lovingly calls catastrophically disabled from my blindness, to have this kind of embracement from everybody on shore is a terrific feeling. I sail a sonar, which is a small boat, 23 feet, 3 men. I'm the midshipman, so I handle the main sheet and a traveler. It's done under the eyes of some really talented coaches. After the conversations with both Nancy and Betsy, the conversations between all of us is elevated, and the tunnel kind of widens, and you see more and feel more and understand more. One of the great things about sailboat racing, as in many things, is you can always get better. But under the tutelage of what you set out for us here is very special and expands that potential.
I worked with Mr. Clagett, with Tom, for about 30 years. And he, and especially his late wife, Nancy Leiter Clagett, were big contributors to the sailing efforts. I think that he would just be beside himself knowing that Judy and Stephanie have been able to start the regatta clinic from scratch and have it continue so that it's well known.
When people say, is your program working? The only thing I can tell you is that we help these sailors reach for their own individual success. And the fact that 6 boats out of the 15 sonars going to the Paralympics in September have come through the Clagett, I would think that's testimony enough.
As the race officer in Rio, I really thought this would be a great idea for me to warm up and get a better idea of exactly what their needs would be come Rio. These people have really great attitudes. They've seen much bigger challenges in their lives than sailing a sailboat, so they have a good perspective on what they do and how they're doing it. They're just as competitive. It's a knife fight out there, no matter how you look at it. But at the end of the day, they have a real-life perspective.
We have multiple countries at Clagett. A lot of Canadians show up, Puerto Rico, people from a lot of the east coast of USA. All the good U.S. sailors are here, some able-bodied sailors, and it's just a good place to meet up. And then, we're in Newport as well, which doesn't hurt.
There are 2 safety issues that we're very concerned about. The first one is the life jacket. So different life jackets work for different people with different disabilities, and this is what we want to look at so we can go back to the life jacket manufacturers to help them design the proper life jackets for these folks.
In trying to increase the safety aspects of sailing, we brought aboard 4 helmets to prevent the possibility of concussions. So we've asked the sailors to try them on and give us their feedback in the hopes that it doesn't affect their quality of sailing.
The Clagett has always been very innovative in expanding opportunities for sailing for people with disabilities. It doesn't matter if you have a disability or not, it's the same sport, it's about adaptations. So wouldn't it be great if the Clagett could be involved in helping people own a boat, helping them campaign a boat?
Last year at our fundraiser, we had a cause auction, and we raised enough money to buy a sonar to donate it to a very worthy community sailing program so that they could bring their boat and their team to race at the Clagett. This year we were able to announce that particular program is the Why Not program up in Lake George, New York. So we're thrilled, and we welcome them into the Clagett family.
partnership with Clagett is very important to us, I think, in terms of basically bringing our sailors into the wider disabled sailing community. I mean, we've made inroads with the Martin 16 group. The big difference, I think, there is that the Martin 16 is a one-person boat, and this gives us the opportunity to introduce team sailing on the sonar with either an all-disabled crew or a mixed crew of disabled sailors and able-bodied sailors, and then even introducing them to the Paralympic side of it, with the sonar being a Paralympic sailing class down at Rio this year.
So everybody knows that there isn't going to be sailing in the Paralympics in 2020. And you can look at that in two ways. You can look at that, oh no, in distress, what are we going to do? Or you can do what the Clagett has decided to do and think about, where's the opportunity here? Because in sailing, you're always looking for opportunities. If you make a mistake, it's like, oh, okay, we made a mistake or something doesn't go right, you look for an opportunity out on the race course. Same thing in life, same thing here. If you look at sailing in general, sailing isn't just fleet racing. Sailing is also match racing, which is a very popular thing right now. Why can't adaptive sailors do that?
We have partnered with Oak Cliff Sailing Center in Oyster Bay, Long Island, and we will be having the first Clagett Oak Cliff match racing clinic this coming summer, and it will be taught by Dave Perry, world champion match racer. So this is very exciting to be able to branch out into a whole nother competitive avenue for the sailors.
It shows that the evolution of the Clagett is fitting in with the evolution of the World Sailing Committee, because our hopes and dreams to get back in the Paralympics at some point in time include a match racing component, dual slalom, small course racing that people can watch, enjoy, and understand easily.
I think this is just the beginning of bigger things.
All of this that we do here at Clagett is not anywhere near possible without our wonderful sponsors. And we cannot do this regatta without our phenomenal volunteers. It is a community effort, and our in-kind contributions are phenomenal. And just a big, huge hugs and thank you to all of our volunteers, many of whom have been with us right from the start.
We at ARG are very proud to be active participants in our communities and also in the yachting industry. This event is very important to us, and I believe that the adaptive sailors show a tremendous spirit of ability to achieve despite adversity. And we believe that that's part of the way that we do business, and we're very proud to be here and be part of the whole team.
I think the most rewarding thing is last year, my daughter, who's 8, she met a lady here and she had no legs, and Skylar spent a lot of time with her, and on the ride home, Skylar couldn't quit talking about how amazed she was that she drove a car, she cooked, and she took care of herself, and she couldn't quit talking about how amazing, what a good person she was, and what a positive role model. She was happy. So that's what really makes me want to come back every year.
It's not just about money in the markets and dollars and cents, but it's about really helping people and helping good causes and helping people that we are involved with in different areas.
We keep coming back to Clagett because of the sailors. They all work hard. You just see the potential come out of them, and they just have an opportunity to absorb the information that they're learning. That's one of the really big strengths of this regatta.